Hello and welcome to Slightly Impressive Peasant Simulator. My name is Griff and we are reviewing Kingdom Come Deliverance. We've only got 3 minutes, so I'll skip all this stuff you already know and get right to it. At first, I wasn't too excited about the idea of a historically accurate RPG with no magic, dragons, or blue people, but the concept really started to grow on me after playing it for a while. I like how your character isn't the special demigod, dragonborn, snake whisperer, vampire king chosen one or anything. He's just a normal blacksmith's son, and not a particularly good one at that. You start out completely terrible at absolutely everything, from combat to horseback riding to reading, and have to slowly increase your character's skills over time. This slow progression mimics how you learn things in real life, and this quickly became one of my favorite parts of the game. Another thing I love about the game is how realistic a lot of the side quests are, in that the game won't just wait forever for you to get around to doing something you agreed to do. For instance, the old lady who asked me to help her bury her dead husband gave up on me after a day or two and presumably got help from someone else. Sorry, lady. The most controversial choice the developers made with this game was not including an easy way to quick save the game, and I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm assuming their reasoning behind this was that they wanted to avoid the Skyrim syndrome, where you end up compulsively quick saving every few seconds and constantly reloading when things don't go your way. I really like the idea of the game forcing you to live with the consequences of your actions when things go badly for you, but it's incredibly frustrating when that consequence is dying horribly and losing an hour of progress. Unless they patch the game to autosave way more often, I'd recommend using a mod to let you quick save. Now for the fun part, the bad. This game has a reputation for being a buggy mess, and that reputation is somewhat deserved. Some bugs are just funny, like a horse getting stuck face down on a fence. Pebbles, I don't think you're okay. Oh boy. And others are completely game-breaking, like the time I got stuck in a person's doorway and they called the guards to arrest me over and over all night long. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out of your house. I can't. I mentioned earlier that I liked the skill progression system, but one big downside is that combat is horribly clunky and frustrating in the beginning. Even after you do get more competent at fighting, it's still very frustrating to fight multiple enemies at once because of the automatic lock-on targeting system. If you could just fight me one at a time, that would be helpful. Oh no, oh no. I can deal with the occasional bugs and clunky mechanics, but what eventually led to me giving up on this game was the vagueness of a lot of the quest objectives. There are just too many times when it isn't clear enough what you're supposed to be doing. There are times when a quest will seem very open-ended, like there are multiple viable solutions, but the game will get confused if you don't do things the way it expects. Finding the right person to talk to can be particularly difficult because the NPCs tend to wander about town on their own instead of staying in their assigned place and waiting for you to talk to them. This is more realistic than most games, but also a lot more frustrating. I was left wondering many times if I had misunderstood the quest instructions, if the game had glitched again, or if the NPC was just out for a drink. This had to be a big, complex, expensive game to make, but $60 still feels like too much considering the overall quality of the finished product. I'm not really one for numbers, so I'll give it a out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.